Hey guys, Anthony of the Rad Company, and welcome to a special event, a live feature, where I'm here with the one and the only Adam Pitale. What's going on, man?
Anthony, a pleasure to be here again.
Dude, thanks for coming here, doing a live wash, and we have a little bit of a special treat for you guys. We're going to be doing a little mixing and matching with a couple different brands here, including some of Adams Polishes products, which is awesome.
Just
so,
a few.
You are here today with a pretty awesome car. So this is an Audi RS6 Avant.
It's a pretty bad wagon.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Best mom mobile there is.
It is. My wife loves it.
Is it, Jesse?
She absolutely loves it.
No, it's pretty incredible. So we're going to be giving this a wash today with several different products here, and we're going to be kind of chit-chatting. So you guys have questions or anything like that, drop them in the comments below, and we're going to be answering those questions along as we wash. We know we have Dane kind of in the back room there, able to answer questions as well. And so really this is going to be kind of a hangout, answer questions, get prepared for TRCMA, which is about a little over a month away. So this is kind of a test run for us as well here in the studio to make sure all of our live equipment is working properly. So Dane, how is everything in the back room?
Oh, you know, it's going pretty well back here. I've got comments, I've got stuff building up in the background, but obviously people are excited to see Uncle Adam here in the studio. They're happy to see the car, big fans of the car. And I don't know, it's just the camaraderie, the fun of it. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys, you know, get to work, but also chat.
Sweet, right on, cool. So to kind of go over everything here, we're going to briefly kind of go over everything here. We're going to talk more as we're using them, but we have a couple new products here to showcase. So we have the new Ultra Wheel and Body Brush here, which is going to be really exciting for the wheels here on the RS6 Avant. Sorry, maybe get you guys a better shot of that there. Right on. And then we have our Cyclone 10X wash pads. We have our Gauntlet drying towels. We have our premium FTW towels as well. And then as far as the chemicals that we brought some Koch Chemi chemicals. So we're going to be using Magic Wheel Cleaner on the wheels, Koch Chemi GSF. Oh my gosh, I keep thinking of GFX Christmas. GSF. We have the foam can over here from MTM. And then Adam, what do you have?
I just brought our graphene tire shine. I just love this stuff. Goes on dry, lasts long. And then I just think that when it comes to cleaning tires, this stuff just does a great job.
One of my favorites.
It's a good one.
We don't sell it, but I'm telling you, it's one of my favorites. It's a killer tire cleaner. It's amazing.
Then the detail spray standby just for making drying easy. And
well, we want it to smell good in here too as well.
It does smell good. We might just start give ourselves a little bit of this just in case.
A few spritzes. I might do a few spritzes before I go home to the wife, so she'd go, "Oh, you smell really nice,
honey."
Yeah. Where was that from? I go, you know, just a little spritz from work or two. So, anyways, this is gonna be really fun. We're gonna start with basically rinsing off the wheels first and jumping straight into the wheel cleaning job. But if you have questions for Adam, you have questions for me, feel free to start leaving some comments below. Adam, when's the last time you washed a car? How recently?
It's been almost a week, I think.
A week?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's been almost a week. I've been gone for a week with my daughter. Just got back from a ski trip, so I have only been dirtying cars and not cleaning. I need to clean something.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right, you got it.
Immediately.
We're going to do it right now. I think I cleaned, so we were in Florida last week, so the last car I would have cleaned would have been, actually, technically, so our friend Matt over at Obsessed Garage, we did a little drift and wash over there, and we had Adam LZ's 350Z that we took out. The thing has dents, bashes, zip ties, scratches, rock chips, everything a drift car probably should have on it. But we removed that nice fine layer of dust it had, just to make sure that when it is drifting, regardless of all the defects, it's still looking glossy.
Amen, buddy. That's great.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab the pressure washer. I'm going to get the wheels rinsed, and then me and Adam are going to jump in and start cleaning things. So Dane, please add some commentary while we get started on this.
Of course. Well, looks like Anton just finished the Adams headquarters tour, which I believe was happening over on the Adams Polishes channel.
Sweet.
Ah, really?
Sweet. I like that.
Then
That's cool.
I was also popping up some, well, our good friend Nate here, Rad Wagon fan. He's there.
Yeah.
Super Auto, obviously, that's a killer looking wagon.
Dude, this thing is pretty mean.
CTSV wagon too. That's our other wagon. We like bad wagons in this family. Tell you what.
That's a good time.
I think so too.
Adam, how many cars are you at now? You only have like what, 2 or 3 cars, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right? 2 or 3, that's it.
I have a problem. I really like, I just love cars. You know, it's funny, people always say, what's your favorite car? And I'm like, well, I guess it's kind of my next one.
Your next car?
Right?
Okay.
It's always,
Okay, well, I guess the question I would have then, because you have had so many cars, what's the car you regret selling the most?
You know,
there's got to be one.
There's one. It's funny. I bought most of them back.
Did you really?
Yep,
okay.
Yep. I had a 62 Corvette that my dad gave me.
Grab my brushes over here. Yeah, continue.
Anyway, my dad gave me a 62 Vet 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was in a very drunken stupor for a while. Made some bad choices. Had to sell everything to try to make ends meet.
Okay.
So I sold it.
Oh no.
And the guy, I got sober, got smart.
Yeah, I got smart. Okay.
And then I ended up buying it back. Called the guy.
Yeah.
Kept in touch with him the whole time.
Yeah.
And I bought that car back.
Sweet.
And it's such a total success story.
So it's not going anywhere now.
No, that
around.
one stays put, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the 62 Vet, it turned into a resto mod. And then the other car that I bought back, that I tried to buy back, was a 73 Bronco.
Okay.
And I sold it to a guy, bought it for 26 grand, sold it to this guy for $45,000, thinking I won the lottery. I crushed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you knocked it out of the park. Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I really want that car back. And those are the two cars that I sold to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I called him back, and his name's Ara. And Ara, I want to buy that Bronco back. He's like, oh my gosh, I want to sell it. And I said, awesome.
Yeah.
How much would you give me for it? And I go, how about I give you $65,000? I'll give you $20,000 more. He goes, I was thinking 100.
Oh no. Yeah.
And I go, I wasn't thinking 100 at all. I wasn't even thinking anywhere near that. So guess what? I still haven't bought that one back. But
that's
anyway,
funny. That's funny. So this is the new Ultra Wheel and Body Brush for anybody that's interested that hasn't seen this yet. So Adam, you're actually one of the first to hold one of these in your hand, which is pretty cool. We did design this brush here in-house at TRC, and this thing is amazing, right? For most people feeling this brush for the first time, right, you would go, this feels kind of small, right, for a wheel brush, right? For a wheel face brush, something you're going to clean with. But that's the thing. That's why we wanted to do things a little bit different. Oftentimes we'll have like a big brush, which is great. It's going to hit the full face of the wheels, but it's when you're getting into the nooks and crannies, you go, I wish I could just get.
So you have something to do with the design of this product.
Yes. Yeah.
This is called competitor research, and I'm very excited about it because I like the slightly firmer bristles up front. A little bit softer in the back. That's interesting. Good
and
for
if you notice there, we did a crisscross there like a toothbrush. So basically the bristles have more rigidity that way, and we kind of go through this proprietary process where we actually soften the tips of the bristles more so than you would get with just a normal flag tip nylon. So we've softened it more to actually reduce any chance of micromarring. We obviously added rubberization here. We increased the ergonomics of the brush, and what's nice about this is, you can keep that sticker if you want. Put that in your pocket. There you go, QR code on the back to learn more.
Thank you.
But no, it's awesome because the forefront of this brush here is going to be a really good utility and tool for cleaning into certain areas of spokes and whatnot. So I'm going to throw this in the brush, throw that into the bucket there. I have a little bit of soap. We're going to go ahead and get this going just to increase some of the suds.
What kind of suds you put in the bucket?
I just put a little bit of a higher pH soap. Nothing crazy. I didn't put any type of cleaner or anything in there because we have cleaners. But these wheels, they looked dirtier than potentially.
Oh, they're dirty.
They were.
You know what? Wet makes them look clean because they're satin.
Yeah.
So as soon as it gets a tiny bit dry.
Yeah.
This car's been driven a lot in the weather. It's not been great weather as we know here in Idaho. It's been
not the best.
We don't live here for the weather.
Yeah, no,
we don't.
Yeah, we live here for the experiences, the mountains, the fresh air for the most part, and all the other stuff. So we're gonna start with the tires first. So go ahead and spray your side down first, and I'll grab you a tire brush that you can use from our friends over at Detail Factory. If I can, geez, that's like the lotto. It's not the lotto. It's like it's like. When am I going to find my tire brush? There we go. Perfect.
Your suds are interfering.
They are.
I always say, well, we live in Idaho. I live in Idaho for God and for guns. I love it. You know, we got kids in Christian schools.
And there's plenty of both to go around.
There's enough. I mean, heck, when it comes to guns, single-handedly, I could probably hold our hill for quite a long time.
Hey, well, zombie apocalypse happens, I'm going to your place.
I highly recommend it. We've got ammunition for a long time.
Right on.
Things will be good for a long time.
So we're going through.
This is your tire brush. Even a little bit soft bristle, huh?
So it's a softer bristle. So yeah, it's from Detail Factory, and they do a really good job with just creating something that it does a good job of scrubbing the tires, but if you nick your wheel, then it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean?
That's a pretty good idea. think our brushes are a tiny bit firmer. I think I like the softer, to be honest with you. That's great.
And so they're able to get inside kind of the nooks and crannies, because this is a winter tire that you have on here.
Yep, winter tire and wheels. So the photograph in your deal there that we're looking at is the car with summer wheels. So these are the winter wheels. These rotiforms are you know, satin finish.
Yeah.
They're definitely not as sexy for sure, but
can I get some wheel cleaner on for you there for
please.
you? So this wheel cleaner, not going to say it's the best smelling. Magic Wheel Cleaners doesn't win any awards for smelling the best, but you know what? It's very effective and works fantastic. Puts on a decent show, and for what it's worth, I've had more luck spraying this wheel cleaner on and just rinsing and having a relatively clean wheel more often than not, right? So I'm taking the lazy route, not one to agitate anything.
Anthony,
it still works
so
pretty well.
lazy, you know. That is the thing about spray-on, hose-off wheel cleaners. They definitely don't smell great.
They don't smell great, but if they do smell good, then you have to question how good it's going to actually work, right? Because I think that you've also come from a background where you remember when wheel cleaners used to be pretty harsh.
Oh my gosh.
Very harsh.
Well, you used to have to use acid, full acid, to get any wheels clean at all if they were really nasty. And you know what? They still use a ton of it, like in the used car business, right? They'll use a ton of the acid cleaners, and you know, because cars are just, you don't care about your car for 35 or 40,000 miles, you go to trade it in and it's awful, right? Well, you got to use something gnarly to knock that stuff off, and those guys, let's be honest, the guys that are the detailers at the dealerships aren't exactly super well trained. They're just like, let's just spray acid on there and pressure wash it off and take about a third of the finish of the wheels off and all of the finish of the brake calipers.
It's not their problem in the long run, right? If they can get it sold and if they can get it out the door, then they've done their job. Whereas, you know, somebody like me, and then I go buy that car, I go, why is my clear coat flaking off, right? What's going on here?
That's right.
So
you know, this little tiny wash mitt for doing the wheels, and I just did the barrels with them and knocked out the brake calipers. That's a pretty decent sized little tool there.
It is a very good tool if you don't mind getting your hands in there. Like I said, I'm kind of using the brush on this one right here. I'm having really good results, and I'm really happy with this. But this stuff definitely, Magic Wheel Cleaner, puts on a show, and you can see it's creating a pretty. Your hand might turn a little purple, right?
Yeah.
You might leave like 1/30th Barney, you know, coming out the doors here.
My kids will be impressed.
Yeah.
I got a question for
what
Adam
I like
here
about this particular brush here,
all right, bring it on,
is that I am able to get back inside these barrels pretty well. So, any questions, Dane? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, it's all right. I've got Yoshi here wondering, if y'all haven't covered the details in the RS6 yet, are there any modifications done to it aside from the wheels?
No, not yet. We have not done anything to this sucker. You know, it's all the way under warranty, so we went ahead and we like the idea of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever owned an Audi out of warranty, but Audis aren't cars that are super awesome out of warranty, you know? You got to really buy them right and buy them really old when you're ready to replace everything.
Yep.
Like I think the RS4, right? The RS4 wagon. That's such a great tool. Thank you. I'll take one of those. So I think that we would probably leave this thing pretty much factory until that warranty is dead, and then if we still have it, maybe there's a couple things. But this car sounds so good stock. And it just goes so well stock. I did put some spacers on because these rotiforms were a little bit, the offset was a little bit funky, so I've got 15 millimeter spacers in the rear, 12 millimeter spacers in the front, and I will probably go to a 10 and a 12 spacer with the summer wheels and tires, because they were kind of the offset wasn't that great with those. So yes, good question. Aside from window tint, this thing's pretty much stock. So not going to be. I don't want to pay for any repairs for this car. Period.
Good call.
Yeah.
Then I got Super Auto here saying, Adam threading that wheel mitt through the spokes like Betsy Ross.
Definitely not my first rodeo, right? I love cleaning stuff. There's something about washing a car. I mean, I love paint correction. You know, I love making paint perfect, but just doing a basic wash is so satisfying. The before and after is so great. The very like instantaneous satisfaction. There are very few things give you immediate gratification like a car wash, you know?
Oh, agreed.
Especially look at these wheels. That has that needs one more round of blast on.
Yeah, it does.
Do you think you're going to do a double? You know, sometimes when you do winter washing on your wheels, I think you have to do them twice because it's just so nasty, the stuff you have to drive through all winter. So really, the bottom line is, once you get yourself one set of full round of cleaning, a lot of times you'll drive the car forward or backward about 2 feet because on this thing it has these huge, giant brake calipers.
Yep.
And there's no way we can clean behind them. There's just no way. They're especially with these are 21-inch wheels. The 22s that are stock give you a little bit more space, but 21s, for the summers, for the winter tires, just give you very little space. So we'll probably have to do that. Well, we'll see if these guys want to do that. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries. Then I got a question for Anthony here from Mario asking, is that brush safe for all wheel finishes?
Yes. So, I mean, I feel confident using it on gloss black wheels. Yeah, I'm going to get started on this one here, Adam. I feel confident using it on gloss black wheels. I feel confident using it on pretty much every single wheel finish possible. I mean, it's not that aggressive. I mean, once you feel it, you go, oh, it's that literal, it's the perfect amount of aggressiveness that you're looking for in a wheel cleaning brush, and it's also safe on many parts of the body as well. So I mean, whether you're cleaning door jambs, cleaning grills, cleaning cowls, cleaning windows, whatever you want to do, I mean, that brush really can do it all. So I really, really do enjoy it. So yeah.
So more like a maintenance kind of setup where if you reasonably take care of a car, it's the perfect brush for that. If it's like a hardcore, horribly abused car scenario, maybe you need to move to something else.
Yeah. Potentially. I don't know. You'd be surprised, depending on what kind of cleaner you're using. But we went through, I think, 30 different bristles before coming down to that one. So
I remember you guys went through a ton on that order.
Went through a lot, yeah. Let me get this
question
rinse.
for Adam here from Anton, who is from the Philippines, by the way.
Hey, Anton.
Saying, Adam's coming out with a new interior cleaner, question mark.
Well, my gosh. How does he have this intel? Where's he getting his intel? I wonder what's going on. Anton, where are you getting your intel? Are you hanging out in the back alleys of Adam's Polishes? I don't know.
Whispers.
Whispers, huh? Anton,
I wouldn't put it past people, Adam. There's some people out there that are serious about the detailing business.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And Adam's Polishes, I'll be honest with you, we are not afraid to come out with a lot of new products. That is a sometimes wonderful, sometimes horrible part of our business that we may sell sometimes one or two too many options to achieve a certain outcome. But anyway,
what that does is that might be a financial burden to some people because they want it all.
They want it all, right? They do. Well, I would say this: our total interior cleaner, and that is a pretty one product does all. Type stuff, and then the interior detail. Those are the two that I just think are the must-have. So whatever's coming next, stay tuned. But Anton, if you have inside information, you better keep it hush hush until the email blast comes out. Because man, maybe we're sourcing it from the Philippines. Maybe Anton, are you our supplier? Come clean.
Potentially. Hey,
come clean.
Who knows? Could be. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, there's very passionate people out there about a lot of different things. I actually have the interior detailer on my desk inside right now. The cedarwood scent.
Cedarwood's a good scent. That's not bad.
Is it cedar or sandalwood? I think it's cedar, right?
I think cedarwood is right. I think you're right.
No, it smells awesome.
Yep.
It smells really, really good.
We have clean wheels. I feel so much better already. We're off to a great start.
Yep,
did we say that we're going to go ahead and do a full exterior detail, full polish, and a ceramic coating today?
I don't think we have enough time. I don't think we have enough time today, but I do like the idea of that. I think that we would have a lot of fun doing that.
It's the least we can do, man.
Yep, I agree.
You got a smooth running vehicle.
I always like to blast out the wheel wells really well. All right.
Super Auto also pointing out here, the new Adams pressure washer hose is getting rave reviews for a quality hose at a good value price.
Nice.
Yeah, these people are kind. You have some kind people.
They are. We have
Thank you very much.
We have a very supportive audience.
I love it. Do you scrub tires already?
Tires are done. I'm going to get in the barrels really quick with this guy right here and just kind of do a quick little once over. Then we'll do a rinse there.
All right.
And we should be good to go. Dane, what other kind of questions do we got?
Grand National is from Dallas, Texas, and he says, great car.
Oh, yeah, awesome car.
And then I also love the commentary now that people have seen Jimmy walking around. They're commenting on his outfit.
The animatronic suit.
Neil White says, the cameraman looks like he's filming Avatar.
That's a pretty trick setup. We don't have anything that's stable. That's pretty awesome.
It is a very trick
nice
setup.
Work.
Some people may think it's a little over the top, but I mean...
It makes it more comfortable. That's the point.
We just ask him how he goes to the bathroom in that thing. That's what we want to know.
Franco says, half man, half gimbal, all awesome. Shout out to the camera.
Dude, you are the camera. You are one and the camera. That's perfect.
Okay, Adam, I think this is about ready to be rinsed here. And we are good to go for a rinse.
Dirty. Man. All right.
Then, of course, I got Rids920 here saying, afternoon, everyone. You're off to a great start. That brush looks awesome.
It is awesome. It's going to be, it is one of my favorite tools right now to have in my bucket because, like I was kind of explaining earlier, there's so many wheel brushes out there that are oversized and they're just too big that I often have to work twice as hard or work twice as much because the brush is too big and I've missed certain things. I'd rather have a medium-sized brush, spend a couple extra seconds, but be able to get into every nook and cranny and be able to do a better job. So that's just me. So there will eventually be a larger iteration of this particular brush, but in the meantime, like this is what I've always kind of wanted to make. So I'm pretty excited. So
Adam, I like this little guy here that turns.
I know, right?
I love that. That is really trick.
That's pretty sweet.
If you go up inside the wheel wells, you can slowly, instead of having to turn the whole wand, you just turn the edge of it. That is really cool. That makes rinsing a lot easier.
I think it makes it fun, right? It makes it more fun. Yeah. It makes you feel like you've done a better job, right?
This car is dirty. You guys wanted a dirty car? I delivered.
You delivered. It is very dirty.
I brought you a dirty
Up top it looks clean, but trust me when I say the blowers are dirty. So, Jimmy, now that I have you over here on the camera, we're going to go ahead and mix up our soap. So, Adam, I need your help for 1 second. I'm going to take a little bit of this GSF here. We're going to get our bucket ready, and then we're going to foam the car. So we have GSF here. We're putting in the bucket. I'm not really measuring it. I'm just going to drop some in. Stick that right there. Give that a nice fill. Perfect. And then we're going to be dropping in our Cyclone 10X wash pads. So go big or go home, right, Adam?
Go big, bro.
When we got some smaller mitts here, right, for people with smaller hands, but that's not us. Our hands are just massive.
Now those mitts are pads.
Why are you laughing, Dane?
Well,
these are pads. Yeah, these are pads. These are giant pads here. So these are going to go inside here.
Right on.
Get these ready. And Adam, if you want to start rinsing, that would be awesome.
I have the power.
Is this thing coated?
It is coated.
Okay, nice. It looks good.
I kind of coat everything.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. Oh, yeah.
And I did a winter coat. You know what a winter coat is?
A quick coat, an easy coat, what?
A winter coat, how it differs from any other time of the year coat, is wash it, decontaminate it, maybe a one-step polish. In this case, no.
No, okay.
Wash it, ceramic coat it, wash it, clay it, ceramic coat it, done.
Call it good.
That's it. Because in the wintertime, it's just going to get so hammered. Like, why try to get all the imperfections out? Why even try to mess with paint correction when you're going to wash it? It's going to be this kind of nastiness.
Can we get a shot over here? You're going to want to see. There's quite a bit of dirt coming off over here, Jimmy.
I have serious dirt. I just knocked most of it off.
Most of it off.
Still
but
the bumper
could be
though.
Some
the
more
bumper
coming.
Still got it, but boy, that was a very. This car's dirty. I delivered. It's so nice to have a coated car because you just see the dirt the dirt just flies off it. When I'm telling people about coating and how important it is, winter is the single most important time to have a coated car. People go, I'll wait till winter's over and then I'll coat my car. Like, that's crazy. That's
winter
backwards.
makes a big difference, but also the thing is, I have horrible luck, Adam, with bird poop. And bug guts. The worst luck in etchings. I hate etchings. And if it wasn't for ceramic,
all the time.
If it wasn't for ceramic coatings, then I would be I'd be a very unhappy person.
And I mean, look how easy this car's. Just by blasting it,
so it looks awesome already.
So much dirt comes off. It's like when you're doing the most aggressive washing, the worst dirt that you have in the car. That's when you want your car coated. So you don't wait until after winter's over to coat it. But you can wait until springtime or summer to do a full paint correction. Of course, that's a good idea. But like you just want to get your car, make sure that you have it ceramic coated for the winter wash if you live in a place like we live where the weather is less than awesome.
Agreed. And I'm just I'm going around with this hose here just because I hate when hoses hit cars. So
thank you. I hate that sound too.
I'm just doing
the donk donk donk. That's a horrible sound.
Doing a little in-house security, or you know what I mean.
Grand National says the great debate: rinse before foam or not.
Well, it just depends on what country you're in, right? You can...
what was the question?
So it's rinse before foam or go straight into it with foam. And I said it depends on what country you're in, because over in the UK, they foam first, then rinse, and then refoam. We usually rinse, then foam, then use that foam, clean the car, and, you know.
I'd say not what country you're in, but how dirty is your car? If your car's filthy and disgusting, like this car is so nasty, there was so much dirt on it from driving in the rain and the snow, you want to rinse that off first, because otherwise, if you foam it, you'd have to rinse it, foam it, rinse it again,
that's basically
foam it again, then wash it, because I don't want to put the wash pad on all the super nasty dirt that's attached to the car.
Well, and also keep in mind, every single time we rinse and foam something, what gets more wet? This floor mat does. And before you know it, we're up to our knees. We're wading through the waters, and it's
I want to rinse this down. Like, I'm always rinsing my driveway when I'm washing. Like, I really want to wash this whole. I want to wash all this.
Just get it out of there. Get it underneath the car.
I want it to go away, please. All this mat is kind of cool because you can do year-round washing. But I want a drain attached to it.
I 100%. We have we have a pump here, right? But you know what? Adam wants a drain. So Jeff,
I want a drain.
Jeff, if you're watching this, we want a drain.
I really want a drain. In fact, I don't want a drain.
We need a drain.
You need a drain.
We need a drain.
Right. Otherwise, you're messing. You're walking.
No, I know.
They say don't poop where you sleep.
Yes, yeah.
That's kind of what we're doing here.
Fortunately, the
chemicals
chemicals haven't affected me. I was able to have a healthy child, so you know what I mean. But I mean, any more exposure to whatever, you never know what might happen. So, anyways, changing the subject here. So we're going to go ahead and get to foaming. So we have the foam can in there. Adam, do a quick little test. Do a quick little test shot over there.
Let's just see how we're adjusted. Oh, we're adjusted pretty nice right now.
There you go.
I'll come around the front because it's always.
Yep. Nope. You're good.
I like having my own personal hose retention system.
I'm expensive, so enjoy it while you have it. All right.
That's right. And I always go heavier on the foam, where the nastiest part of the.
Go as heavy as you want. I mean, the world is your oyster. We're having fun here.
All right.
Man, you foam a white car on a white wall anymore, it's going to disappear off the screen.
It is. All right.
Okay, you're done. You're happy with that amount of foam?
Well,
you're a different person. You're a different person than I am. I would have emptied the clip, right? If we were out shooting guns, right? Let's just say back to the gun thing.
Yeah.
I'm emptying that clip. I'm not saving any ammo. I'm using the whole thing. But you know what?
Well, as the guy selling the foam, you know, why not, right?
Yeah.
Sell more. But for me, it's really about getting the bottom of the car on this car, especially because I've been, my wife's been driving it in the rain, in the snow. So the bottom is really nasty. The top, since the car's ceramic coated, we rinsed it. It just all went away. All the dirt is gone, you know.
Yep.
So because of that, we didn't have to go as heavy. But empty the clip, I like that. I like empty the clip.
I think that's good. I think we're good there. So we'll kind of set that right here. and we will go straight into washing. So for people wondering, we are doing the single bucket method, and that's because we have laid on some foam, we have laid on some lubrication, so we're good to go there. And we're just going to dive right in. So Cyclone 10X wash pad here, top, hood, you know, wherever you want to start. And we're going to split this car, what, right down the middle, Adam? Unless unless you absolutely own me. Levi's the king of speed.
One thing's for positive sure. I've been doing this longer than you. I've been doing it probably longer than you've been walking around on the planet.
Probably, maybe, yeah.
I think I started in 1980. When were you born?
89.
See, I have 9 years more washing cars than you have years walking around on our planet that God gave us. How about that?
Well, you know what? Then I will watch you closely, and I will I will monitor the sensei.
Young Luke Skywalker here with Obi-Wan Kenobi, getting real about car washing. Yeah, getting very real.
So for anybody wondering, this car does have PPF on what? Just the front, Adam, or is it?
It came with it. It came with just the front clip PPF. So just the front clip is a little bit behind the rear.
Yep.
The rear tires too. You know how Murphy's Law works, right? You'll always, whenever you do a partial car,
you'll get a rock chip
just on the other side.
Just on the other side.
That's it. That's exactly how it'll go.
Yep.
So we'll see, but
that is how it works. But in this car, it's a 2022.
2023.
2023. Okay. So you know how many miles are on it? Old. Yeah.
It's probably got, I don't know, maybe
1,000.
No, we've had it for a year probably. Okay. We've had it for 8 months maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Let's see here. Audi Sport. It's got 9,500 miles on it.
So you know what? Congratulations, you drive this thing, or your wife drives this thing, right?
Yeah. Well, here in the Boise, in the Treasure Valley, Boise where we live, there is just everything's spread out.
Yep.
So there's just a lot of driving. There's no getting around it. Now you're going to drive places, and that's part of it. Plus, she just loves it. She loves driving this.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think anybody could blame her that's watching this video right now. These cars are just super awesome, and
they make great noise.
They have a lot of power, and I mean, what's nice is you can pretty much pull up to a Lamborghini, right, on the side of the road, unless that Lamborghini knows what this thing is.
By the way, if you are a police officer in the area, please don't even think about watching for a white Avant wagon, because my wife never races kid racers that come up next to her.
Never.
Racing. Just recently, I think it was a Subaru STI that was
they're everywhere.
Absolutely stomped off the line, and the guy came back up to the next light and thumbs up. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Even though he totally had his butt handed to him by the Avant.
He probably had to catch up to her to give her the thumbs up.
That's right.
Are you done?
Oh, let's. What
the heck?
You know what?
What the heck? I got done with half the side.
Well, I've been doing it longer than you've been alive. Here's the other thing to think about. So when I'm washing a car in the winter, you don't ever want to dry wipe door jambs, okay? Because they're filthy. Like, this is super filthy. These door jambs, if you take a look at it there, this is really dirty. And I have to make sure that we take and I want to sponge wash or wash pad wash those out. So before I rinse, I just want to do a quick hit of the door jambs that got muddy, cruddy, nasty, dirty to a point where you definitely wouldn't want to open the door later and just put a wet towel over it or a damp towel.
Yep.
You want to make sure and get those really thoroughly washed. And my jacket's back here, couple scuzzies, but I just love having clean door jams. And same goes with the fuel door and the hood jam. The trunk jam goes the same. Oh my gosh, look at this dirt. This is just bad news. The other thing about the Boise Valley is that car washes are a bummer. They're all the kind that you drive through a car wash, and you have to get out to vacuum it out yourself. There's no real hand washes in this town yet. Watch this, coming soon.
Okay, all right.
But anyway.
I agree. Our I've been to some other cool areas around the country that have some pretty sweet hand washing spots that have everything you need, and it's really well thought out. We don't have that here. Not yet.
We definitely don't have that. You know, if you guys are at home and you're watching this, Google Stuttgart car wash best in world. Okay. In Stuttgart, Germany, there is a car wash. They do like 4,000 or 5,000 cars a day.
What?
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh,
the
wow.
entire thing is on a conveyor.
Yeah.
It is the most outstanding. It's what you'd expect from Stuttgart. You just expect total excellence.
Yeah.
This is the most excellent car wash in the world, and it's given me some motivation to open up a car wash here in town. But my goodness, can you even think about how that many cars can get washed in a day? Well, and they're all super well.
Well, the Germans are pretty good at coming up with pretty awesome things. Everything from products to technology to cars, right? I mean, look what we're washing right here. This thing can stomp on pretty much anything. So they do a really good job with that. And if anybody can engineer anything, it's definitely them.
Oh yeah. The Germans do things very well. Now,
the
other thing before we finish rinsing this, I also like to, since you're using a pressure washer, I'd never tried this with a garden hose. But you can always rinse out the door jams without worrying about hitting.
You can, absolutely.
You know, without worrying about getting water in the car.
You have precision there, right?
Yep, total precision. So.
Oh, he's done this before.
One down.
I'm watching Adam right now. He's done this a few times.
One or two times.
Yeah, no, he's
1 or 2 times.
Heck yeah, very precise.
Yes, I like that. A little bit of this.
A little bit of that. There you go. Now, formerly, right, because you'll still go back to Colorado, right, home of Adam's Polishes right now, right?
Oh yeah, Denver.
So over there, when you're washing cars and whatnot, are you typically doing it? Do you typically do it there at the HQ, over there at the headquarters?
You know what? Lately, we've been washing all over the place.
Yeah.
So we're super blessed, right?
Yeah.
We have a house in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we have a store there too.
Nice. Yep.
So we go there and do a lot of shooting now because, especially this time of year.
Heck yeah.
I mean, we have snow on the ground.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah, why wouldn't we? So we do a lot of, we do quite a lot of our videos actually in Scottsdale, Arizona now.
Sweet.
Gives us year-round
washing, yep.
And then we also have the ability to not slip and fall and die.
Yeah.
You know,
important. I mean, if you want to keep washing for the rest of your life, you got to live to get to that point, right?
Amen. Yeah, the rest of your life's not very long when you die. So, you know, and if it's like, you know, it's time for me to meet Jesus, and I meet him because I slip and fall washing my car. Yeah. Perfect. That's the way I'm supposed to die. That's great. You know, perfect. I'll take it. But
that's too funny.
The reality is washing your car in the winter is difficult if you don't have a spot at home that you can really clean your car. Because if you wash your car and suddenly your water is frozen, you are on an ice rink. You are totally dangerous. Yep. I love using the paint sprays.
Yeah.
You know, you bring your bucket, you go over there during a super slow time. Yep. And you go ahead and you use the paint spray and use their facility with hot water always ready to go on a heated floor so you're not walking on isolate. Yep. And you can drive a clean car year round.
You can. You absolutely can. I always feel very rushed when I'm at a paint spray though, like because you know what I mean? Because I'm always like, because I could time it perfectly, right? But it's right when I pull my 2 buckets out or whatever, however many buckets I have with me that I filled up at home, a car pulls up and I go, oh, don't pull up to this bay. Go to that bay over there, right? Yeah. And I hear them tinkering on that bay, and they, dang it, sounds like the coin machine's broken. I go, shoot, they're coming over to me. And they pull up behind me, and I go, okay, speed wash.
You need to stake out your car wash. Yeah. Stake it out. Find out when the down times are. When's the slowest time that wash?
Take notes and whatnot, and be like writing things down. Yeah.
Find out when that place is dead as a doornail, and that's when you want to come on over.
Oh, I agree. That's awesome. So I think we're good to rinse, right? We're good to rinse?
I'm ready. You ready?
Okay, yeah, rinse from the top. There you go.
Another thing about rinsing that I find important. When you're rinsing, rinse in the largest swipes you can at a time. So if I can go from the 2/3 of the car from one spot, that's ideal. I'll get more soap off with less movement.
Yeah. I'm going to set us up here because after we're done rinsing fully, Adam, we're going to move it over here. That way we're not standing in water when we're drying.
It's a great idea. I should ask Jeff one more time, you think a drain is in order?
Drain.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
A drain.
Dane, while we got Adam rinsing, do we have any questions that we can answer?
Of course. Well, I just got a fresh one here from EC Details. Of course, asking kind of the obvious. Everybody always wants to know. Adams, what are some new products you're working on in 2024?
Oh boy. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a lot. To be honest with you, our new products team is busy. I'll give you that. Our chemist, Chris Gallagher, is absolutely, the guy's a genius. So what I've been trying to get the team to focus on is improving current products as much as possible. In other words, making all of the most essential products, easier to use.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have 87,000 different options.
I got you.
I'm
on hose duty here.
Thanks, Anthony. Thank you. Anyway, so updating and improving existing products is a big part of the deal. I will tell you that one of our most successful products that we've launched in a while was the tire armor. Tire armor is sort of a ceramic kind of I'm gonna hook on that little guy. Thank you. Tire armor is like a ceramic coating for your tires.
Yeah.
And that's coming out pretty soon. That's a pretty neat product. Some other ones too, but we definitely have a busy new product team, and they are ripping. They are ripping through it.
So you said Chris is his name, right?
Chris Gallagher, yeah.
And he's been doing this for Adams for how many years?
He's been with us for, I want to say, I know he celebrated his 10-year anniversary, 10 years with us recently. It might have been 11 years now.
Okay.
So the he's a genius. He is absolutely incredible. And
nice.
The chemical, he's one of those people that you're like, how do you think like that?
Yeah.
Like my brain just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You know?
So he thinks, but he uses a different part of his brain, right? That we don't have access to. Not yet.
I don't at all. Yeah.
maybe eventually, if we read another couple books or whatever it is, go back to school, whatever it may be. But I agree that there's some people out there, especially in chemistry, that are able to think of things that I can't. So
God gave them different gifts.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
So are we good to move this over right here then? Yep. Okay. Cool.
Whatever you do, don't step in muddy water. Here, let me go ahead and move it.
You're already there. You go for it. Yep. I'm just going to make more of a mess.
We're going to definitely be pulling out these mats and cleaning them up because this is a mess.
All right.
Hit me with another question here, Dane.
You got it. So I've got Super Auto here asking, Anthony and Adam, do you prefer using an extension wand versus just a stubby?
I like the stubby for some wheel cleaning, depending on how close I'm to it. But for pretty much everything else, I'm using an extension wand. Like Adam used the foamer on the extension wand. Normally, I'd attach the foamer to the stubby and foam that way personally. But it just kind of depends. So I'm going to try to guide Adam here. We're going to go forward, then we're going to come straight back here. We might be able to make it.
You like me there?
Move this out of the way.
You guys like me?
Actually, let's get you back a little bit further underneath the lights.
All right.
Jimmy's a pro guider over there.
Just look out for the lift.
Then probably have you move up. Probably move up just slightly and go this way a little bit. Yeah, there you go, at an angle. There we go. Bring it back this way a little bit.
So funny, I was sitting in the car. I couldn't hear a thing. Like the acoustics in here, this car is totally silent with the windows up.
That works.
No hearing anything.
That works.
All right, good?
Hard parked. Yep, we're good. Sweet.
All right.
And if we need
here for you.
Adam, we can always grab that and just rinse right here.
Okay.
And if we need to hit the tires or wheels one more time, we can do that. So,
all
one more question here. I'm going to come up to the camera here. Hit me, Dane.
All right, so let's see. We've also got, this one was from Hollow Point 45 ACP saying, do you wash/rinse under the car in the winter? And if so, how?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question. So, yes. So, Absolutely, right? Especially if you're in an area that has salt or they salt the roads or whatever it may be. So there's really cool attachments that you can get attached to your pressure washer that are able to get underneath the car and allow you to rinse everything underneath the bottom there. So that's a really cool way to do it. That's probably the best, most efficient way, if I'm honest. Get one of those attachments for your pressure washer, slide it right underneath the car, rinse everything out from the bottom out, and call it good.
Do you guys sell those?
Or if you want, our friends over at Quick Jacks make a pretty awesome product that you can lift your car up in the air and then rinse under the inside. But I mean, whatever you want. It depends how much money you want to spend. We don't have those attachments. Do you guys have those attachments?
I think we do sell those. Yeah, it's a stainless steel product, and I think they were actually originally made to be inverted upside down to clean tennis courts with.
Yeah.
So you would like turn it upside down, and you would flip it.
Yeah.
But you have to change the way the wheels are mounted. So we basically changed one and made it into a product that you can clean the belly with. But tell you what, if nothing else, always use the wand as much as possible and just spend time blasting out the wheel wells, because while the entire side of your car may have some slop on it, 90% of the slop that you're picking up and that your car's holding on to is in your wheel wells. So just really thoroughly blast out your wheel wells, and you can get a ton of that done with just your wand.
Right on. Sweet.
All right. And then I've got Joey and Riggs here. Both asked literally the same question.
Wow.
Will TRC have the new wide mouth MTM bottles on sale?
Good question. I do not know yet. Potentially. Maybe. I don't know.
Right.
It's a definite maybe.
Definitely maybe. Definitely. I can tell you that
solid.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun one. We got Ricky Tat saying, is it true that Levi isn't there because of his long-standing disagreement with Adam about who has the best facial hair?
Oh, dude, are you kidding
no,
me?
I'm pretty sure if we wanted to get Levi out here for a special facial hair off, I'm sure we could probably do that.
Dude, Levi wins.
Levi wins.
We don't even need to try.
Yeah, some people,
wins.
but maybe you've got some thicker hair. I don't know. I don't know what you judge that based off of. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to wheel out this table over here, and we are going to. Do you want to go straight into drying right now? What works best for you, Adam? How would you like to go about this?
Right now, the way that we have the car in a totally controlled environment, the sun's not going to dry this car quickly.
You're absolutely correct, yeah.
So we have a minute if we wanted to take some time to do something. So for me, a drying aid, for us, it'd be detail spray. I would I would go like this, and then I would take air. So your air cannon or your air device of choice, whatever you guys use.
Yep, I can do that. I can grab ourselves the Ego blower here.
Oh yeah, the Ego blowers are awesome. I love that.
And we're gonna do a quick little blast.
So by blowing off the car, especially once it's coated, you really end up with being able to blow off like 80% of the water if you have the time. On a hot day, on a summer day, you don't have the time, right? You're always fighting against temperatures. Today it's 63 degrees in this room right now. I'm actually a little bit warm with this on. But really, bottom line, if you have the time and you're not fighting the sun, you have the time to go ahead and blast it off. So this is a quick way to go ahead and do it. Look how nice that is. When it's coated, when the car is coated, everything just blows off. All right, how about I'll trade you? You go and introduce some towels.
Okay.
And I'll be in the background doing this.
You got it. Okay. So while Adam's knocking that out, here's what we're working with today. So we have some of our no-soak applicators. He brought his own applicator. Doesn't matter. We can use either or here. Maybe we'll use both for the graphene tire dressing. So we'll knock that out here in a little bit. And then for our drying towels, I have some 25 by 36 gauntlets. So this hasn't been cracked open yet. Brand new, freshy, I believe. Pull this bad boy out. And if you guys haven't seen a gauntlet before in person, this is what you're getting here. Got an awesome proprietary weave on this. It's absolutely phenomenal. One of our best-selling drying towels that we have. And what's cool is that you get the best of both worlds, right? So you get two different colors. So you get to choose. Are you the light side or are you the dark side? Do you like dark meat or white meat, right? On your turkeys or on your towels, whatever it may be. So we have our gauntlet drying towels here, one for me and one for Adam. So we'll get these unbagged. And then another cool thing, I know a lot of our towels have been shipping out in bags for the last, about a year or so now. keep these bags. These bags are awesome. You can use them for many other things, storing towels. Let's just say you want to put a couple in your car and you're going to a car wash or going to a car show. You can actually go ahead and put some towels in these bags and store them safely to keep the dust off and everything else. So they're high quality bags. We love them. We made them high quality for the reason that we want them to be reusable, and you can either recycle them or reuse them however you choose. So we have our towels here, we have our bags, and then I have some of our FTWs here if we want to go back through on the glass or touch up some stuff with some more detail spray here. So, all right, Adam, so you're going through, you got the drying towel going?
Got the drying towel.
You are cooking.
I like big, thick drying towels. You know that?
Yeah, I think they're fun.
Like if you're on a really small car,
yeah,
and you don't need a big, thick drying towel,
yep,
they still work better.
Yeah,
you know, just having the extra ability to have sort of that softer touch. Like the more towel between your hand and the surface,
yep,
the less chance you're going to scratch.
Yep, I can see that.
I like the suspension that you get out of a thick towel when you're drying a car off. Just reduces the likelihood of damage.
Well, it reduces the pressure points, right, from your hands, right? So you're not having any fingers that are digging into anything, because you know what's funny is that I was visiting a friend and the guy is a body shop guy, right? And I hand him a towel to buff off some compound, and you know what he does? He grabs the towel, and this is just an example here on a big towel. He grabs his towel, puts his knuckle into the towel, and he starts going like this. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, just wiping off the compound. And I go, compounds have changed a lot,
bro,
right?
Yeah.
You don't need to knuckle it anymore, right?
Always.
Open hand always, but he's knuckling it. And I go, man, that's a body shop guy, because they know of the, back to the McGuire's, 105, 205 combo, literally concrete, right, that you're removing. And so nowadays, it's gotten a lot easier.
It has gotten easier. And, when it comes to drying too, the more wide open your hand is, the more surface you're going to go ahead and dry it at that pass.
Oh, absolutely.
And people that grab it like this, like you said, with a knuckle, you're getting less and less accomplished, and you're increasing the possibility of damage. Scratching. So.
Yep. Now, I don't know about you. I like going over a couple extra spritzes here of the drying aid and then going through and drying. And I also just like the smell of the detail spray, so I'm just using it. I'm using quite a bit of it.
I'm going to hit a little bit more down low here, where I was definitely a little nasty. The other thing is, winter washing, a lot of times you don't get it all.
Yep.
You know, winter washing, a lot of times you're still wiping a dirty car.
Well, and that's why having a detail spray is awesome, because you miss anything, right?
Boom, keep going.
Right? You still have some cleaning power.
The other thing is, I like to dry the top of the car first, get the towel a little bit damp. At this point, the towel's nice and damp, and now it's going to work like a wash rag when I'm drying potentially dirty spots like down low behind the wheels, where it definitely has some more stuff down here. This is definitely a dirty time of year. You're always going to have a little bit of dirt left over in a winter wash. You know, it's just not going to be perfect first touch. Like, I've got these little speckles down here. Looks like my wife might have driven through some road tar, so we're going to have to address that a little bit later. But the towel being wet makes it come off easier. Any extra dirt comes off with less damage.
Yeah, I got some tar on this side, but you know what?
We definitely hit some tar.
What can you do, right?
Well, you can use a product called TAR.
Okay.
There you go.
Which is tar and adhesive remover. That removes it pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then, like, even if you don't have our TAR, there's a product by one of our friends over at Stoner. Those guys are awesome. They have a product called Tarminator, which is
awesome
pretty good
product.
too.
Yep.
But I like those. Also, even a tiny little company out of Minnesota called 3M.
Yep.
They make an adhesive remover, which is typically safe for removing that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know, who do you want to support? Do you want to support a giant multinational corporation, or a nice little company like Adams or Stoner? I'll give you the choice, Give you the choice. What do you want to do?
That's awesome.
All right. I've got several questions here if you guys are open.
Yeah, Dane, hit us. What do you got?
All right. So let's see. I've got a few to choose from. Let me start with Justin here. Pop him up on the screen. Justin's asking how to maintain my ceramic coating. It's a 3 years coating. Does Adams have a product for keeping it up?
Can I go ahead and talk about any duration for a coating? Anytime people say that their coating lasts, I have a 3 year or a 5 year or a 10 year or any of that. I'd like to call that out as hype. It's unrealistic to think that your coating is going to last up until 36 months, then suddenly the coating's going to go, boom, gone.
Yeah,
That's just unrealistic.
You're very correct. It doesn't just disappear like that. Yeah.
But what makes a coating go away is miles driven and number of washes done, potential polishing done.
Yep.
If you're driving the car wash regularly, all the brushes, right?
Yep.
Those are the things that make your coating go away.
Yeah.
So I would like to dispel any theory that a coating has a lifespan of any number of years.
Adam, here, I want to do something for you really quick.
What's that?
Here's a pink towel with a little bit of prime detail spray for your jams there.
Oh, I like
Just
that.
because it's a little more manageable, and I think you'll like that.
So much easier. Well done.
And it matches. So continue on with the coating talk. I was listening.
The coating talk, the people that tell you that your coating's going to last X number of years are kind of confused, because the fact is a coating is going to last based on how often you touch it and rub it or scrub it or wash it and dry it, or how many miles of horrible weather you're driving in, because all of those things reduce the longevity of your coating. So I would tell people that a coating is going to last variably depending on where you park your car. So let's say you park your car in the garage at night, and then you drive it to work, and at work you park it outside. And let's say you live near an airport, or you live near an industrial area where there's industry happening, right? There's all kinds of work happening. There's things being built, metal fabrication, all of the different things that happen around an industrial zone will definitely be harmful to cars. Airports are definitely harmful to cars. If you drive your car to the airport a lot and park it outside, those are things that reduce the longevity of your coating. Now, and I'm getting the really long way of answering this gentleman's question about how do you maintain your coating. Basically, if you use a coating that's really easy to apply and really easy to remove, you're going to use it more often.
Yeah.
And I would say that in that world, for us, it's our ceramic spray coating, which is so easy. It takes us about 20 minutes to do a whole car, maybe 30 on something that's really nasty. Got my kids organic chocolate shakes from Costco.
Oh yeah.
Trash in the car from kids. Can you imagine that, people? Oh, gosh. I know, I'm not alone. Anyway, so the discussion on coatings and longevity should really be focused on how much your car is exposed, how many miles you're driving it. I think a coating is going to last on average between 10 and 15,000 miles.
Yeah.
And 10 and 15,000 miles is a way more reasonable way to decipher durability or longevity of a coating, even the best coating in the world. Now, let's say your car, after 1 year, your black car has little towel marks in it from getting washed and dried, has little scratches from grandma who loaded her car right next to your car and kind of scrubbed her grocery bags against your car. Are you going to be okay with it because it's coated? You're like, oh, but I have a 5-year coating, I'm good. Like, what do you mean you're good? Yeah, no, my car's good, I'm coated, so I'm fine. It's like, yeah, but your car has scratches all over it.
In the coating, yeah.
In the coating.
Yeah.
But still, are you good with that? Like, to me, I'm not good with that. I'm not good with damage. I want the damage gone. I'm not interested in having a perfectly coated car that's got scratches in it. So for me, I'm going to compound and polish, or at least just polish my cars at least once a year.
Yeah.
100%. I'm not going to let it go more than that. I don't want to drive a scuffy car. I drive white cars a lot because they're easier to maintain, but if you have a black car that needs it, you're going to want to polish it. So maintaining your ceramic coated car, the easiest thing in the world. You can maintain it with anything, because ceramic coated cars are more bulletproof than non-ceramic coated cars. You can make it really easy to maintain with a little bit of detail spray after your wash, like we just did. And then you can just throw a fresh coat of ceramic coating on after, say, 7,000 or 8,000 miles, just to keep the protection alive and going. That'll keep you coated. That'll keep you easy washing, easy drying. You saw how the dirt just blew off this car, and we got it done right when we got this, so it's got 8,000 or 9,000 miles on this coating. Your regular maintenance is more important than your I'm covered for years and years and years. So take your idea of a perfect coating and just get it down into a number of miles. 10,000, 15,000 tops, you're going to need to go ahead and redo it again.
Yep.
And Mike here was saying, so based on the last answer, is it better to buy a less expensive coating and coat yearly or every 2 rather than hoping to get 5 years?
Okay, you can quote me on this. Absolutely 100% yes.
There you go.
100% yes. Use the coating that's the easiest one to use possible, because it's easier than waxing a car, right?
Yeah.
When you're coating a car, you can go right over the plastic. Please do all the plastic rails. Please do get into the body seams, because you want those protected. If you're waxing and you get wax all over the plastic, you get wax into the body seams, guess what? Now you're digging out wax.
Yeah.
I kind of put wax in the same category as yellow pages, you know? Yellow pages and wax are kind of the same. And then maybe, how about black and white TV? 13-inch antennas like this on top, you know?
Yeah.
UHF, VHF, you can push those if we want.
Yeah.
You know, if you're using, you know, chamois,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When was the last time you used a good chamois, you know?
Yeah.
You don't use chamois. You know, there's microfiber has replaced chamois, you know, 1,000%. There's so much better technology now. So ceramic coatings, the easiest to use is the best. Use it regularly and you'll be way happier with the results. And then if you have a little issue, like a little scuff, or you have some fine scratches or swirl marks, polish them out and re-ceramic your car. It takes way less time than waxing. Don't be so, oh my gosh, I'm worried about my ceramic coating. Your ceramic coated car is so much more beefy and protected than anything that's waxed or, you know, anything like that.
There's just a trade-off. Like you were saying, basically, if you have a high-end coating that's rated for however many years, right, and it's expensive, but you get some type of damage or micromarring on it, you have to ask yourself, is that going to affect you or is it not going to affect you? If it does affect you, then you have to think, okay, well, do I spend another couple $100s on this coating just to recoat one area?
Right.
Or do I spend less on a coating in the long run? I'm okay with stuff like that happening, but then it's more cost efficient for me to fix it, you know, down the road. And so there's a lot of different ways to look at it, and it kind of comes down to how much time do you have, right?
Amen. Yeah. And
how much time do you have?
Coating a car is going to take you 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, people think that you have to do a full paint correction to coat your car.
You do not. No.
Not correct. You don't need to. In fact, I don't even recommend using a pre-coating wipe. Like I don't even do alcohol wipes on cars before I coat them, because the coatings have so much solvent in them. You ever smelled a coating?
Yeah, it does have quite a bit of solvent.
Horrible.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of solvent in a coating.
So
I know what you're saying.
That's cutting any nastiness off your car that you have on there. So you don't even need to worry about that. All right, these tires look horrible now. Now it's time to for sure do a little bit of that.
Now it's time to do a little bit of that. Now I'm just kind of quickly going, I think we actually surprisingly did a pretty good job on these wheels. I thought we were going to do a worse job, but I'm going over them and I'm just kind of touching them up with this quick detail spray here, and they look pretty good. So I think it's time for, I agree, some of the graphene tire dressing.
You know, and again, whatever you're doing to your tires in the winter, you know it's a temporary thing. You're just not spending so much time and energy on tire shine when you're driving through rain and snow and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that you use, you know, use it so that your tires, like you can see, these tires stay black, which is nice. They stay pretty dark. These, again, they've seen quite a bit of snow, but the tires stay pretty dark after the right tire shine. Anything that's glossy that kind of goes away or that attracts a lot of dirt, not a fan. All right.
So you show me how it's done with this with your I guess your applicator over there. I'm gonna grab one of these bad boys.
Okay.
And you show me. We're gonna see who did a better job.
So for me, foam.
Okay, foam.
I like foam for tires because one, it cleans easier.
Okay.
I like to clean foam out because you can use a degreaser.
You can
clean it out, or the tire rubber cleaner, and you degrease that.
Yep.
The other thing, spraying tire shine on. So on this tire here, this tire has knobbies, almost like an all-terrain tire.
Correct.
If you have an all-terrain tire, then you want to spray your dressing onto the actual tire.
Yeah.
If you have tires that are just low profile with no aggressive tread,
spray it on the applicator.
Spray the applicator on.
Yep.
So, and never spray into the side of the tread wall. So I always spray straight into the tread block.
Okay.
You know, I try to avoid the ground, especially my nice driveway. I don't want to spray that.
Yeah.
And then a couple of hits into the little Pro Tire applicator here.
Okay.
But this method right here gives me the ability to get the tire dressing really into all of the nooks and all the crannies. And I go up and into each one of these little ridges if you have them. You know the little ridges?
Yep.
This guy has them. I could blow this tire off a little bit more. There's still a tiny bit too much
moisture
water on this tire.
Yeah.
I might just do that because I'm crazy and I like everything. I don't have any problem. I just like everything perfect all the time. Hard to be humble. Hard to be anything but perfect with your tire shine. Let's just get that blown back into the wheel well.
If you want to... take a little spritz here.
You agree, right? That
Yes.
there's a little
Yep.
bit of
Too much water. Yep. It's looking a lot better.
Way better. Hit the other side.
Yep. All right. So, any questions, Dane?
Yeah, of course. I've got several here. A lot of people were mixed opinions when they were hearing Adam talk about the coating stuff, as you might imagine. But you know what? I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Although they did have some interesting takes. For example, let's see here. There was... Oh, Mr. 441 did ask, so is Adams changing their coating ratings from years to miles then?
That would be not a bad idea. Not a big deal. 100,000-mile warranty on this now.
There you go. Yeah, it's like a
Right?
car dealership warranty.
Let's do a warranty.
Do it.
You know, I think that right now the entire industry, unfortunately, they measure everything in years, and it's based on the hardness level, right? Remember, it used to be, 9H, right?
Yeah,
The hardness
yeah.
levels were always the things that was the sort of the grading scale for a coating grading scale. Now the grading scale today has changed to this year, that year. When detailers are selling their coatings, a detailer is going to sell you a 3-year, 5-year, whatever coating, and they're going to upcharge you for that coating, right? Well, okay, that's fair, right? Because the detailer is going to be using a really expensive coating that costs them a ton of money, and then you make that, they got to get paid for it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since that's the reality, it's unfortunate that it's the industry grading scale is in years rather than in.
And I wonder when that started. Who was the first person to say, "Here's the coating. Here's how we grade this"?
Right. When it went from 9H. Initially, like, we were one of the first people to start, making as a boutique brand. Coatings, and when it changed from whatever pencil hardness, right? The pencil hardness. This level of scratch it could resist pencil hardness 2 years. I don't know who did that. I'm pretty dang sure it wasn't us.
I don't know.
Pretty dang sure it was somebody else. But
do you guys know? Yeah. Do you know? Because I don't know who the first brand was that actually started that technical rating of years. But I am interested to learn that, because that's kind of how, I don't know. I mean, when ceramic coatings first came out, I kind of remember it was like, how long does it last? Will last longer than a wax. Well, how much longer than a wax?
Yeah, way
longer than a wax. Okay, well, what's way longer than a wax? Couple years. Maybe it was that conversation. I don't know.
Yeah.
Couple years. Oh, so a couple years? Right. Then everybody went, couple years. Everybody's on the same page. Couple years?
Maybe that was, that's it.
That's it. All right. We're doing
3 years. Yeah, that's it.
We're doing a couple years.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is certain coatings out there that I know that require multiple applications of certain things like that. And I could see that you're layering things to potentially get the most lifespan out of it. But to your point, they're not bulletproof. They are not scratch proof. They are not chemical proof. There's always something, right? And they're amazing. I think everything should probably be coated, right? Just because it's better than nothing at all, right?
Yeah.
But
it's easier than waxing.
It's easier than waxing.
It's way easier than waxing. It's way more durable. When it comes to coating, I think that the technology is getting better very quickly still.
Yeah.
When microfiber towels first came out,
they were not good. Yeah.
They were not that great.
Not great. Mostly polyester, and they just water just fell off of them, and you went, this doesn't absorb.
But they were better than cotton diapers.
Yeah.
We first started selling cotton diapers, like the baby diapers.
Yeah, baby diapers. Yeah.
The softest cotton.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, that was it. When microfiber came around, it got better, and then it got better, and then way better.
Yep.
And then the rag company came, and really things got amazing.
Well, I mean, hopefully we elevated things that much, but no, I totally agree. However, I will say, with all that said about coatings, do I still enjoy the therapeutic aspect of waxing? Yes. If I have a good smelling wax, and every once in a while we'll pull out some hoods here, we'll do some test stuff, or maybe we'll even just wax a car for fun every once in a while, and I go, Dang, this is nice. I kind of miss because when you're playing a coating, you're not like, the smell is so good, or this is, it's an easy experience, but there's that therapy of waxing, which was always kind of nice. And even the, well, I'll let it set up for tonight, then tomorrow morning I'll come back and wipe this off, and it's gonna be incredible. We really would have felt the same regardless, but in your head you're like, tomorrow.
I think for your classic cars, for the cars that end up mostly parked in the garage, that are not seeing any weather. Yeah. Wax is great.
Wax is great. Wax is awesome.
You want some therapy? Go out. Yeah. We sell something called Americana, like this paste wax, right? And Patriot wax. All these really soft, nice,
super nice waxes.
Experience. If you get it on the plastic, you got a little bit of work ahead of you.
Yeah.
You get in the body seams, you got a little bit of work ahead of you.
Yeah.
You get it in any of the emblems, any of the badges, you got a little bit of work ahead of you.
Yep.
All those things are reality. So again, I think the technology is definitely favoring ceramics. Ceramics are getting easier and easier and easier to use. It used to be people, you'll ruin your car. You're gonna have to sand it off if you mess it up. All that's gone now. There's no longer, oh no, what am I gonna do if my ceramic coating, if I don't take it all off in time? Well, then go back over it with an applicator and that'll be fine. Worst case scenario, polish a tiny bit of it off and it'll be back to good.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right,
so Dane, what do we got?
I got a few more here for you while we round this out. But I've got a few. There's certain ones I want to save for the end because they're a little more complex. But first of all, I just want Joey's word out there because that ride is looking sharp.
It is, yeah. I think this thing's looking pretty mean, man. I mean, pretty great. Look out for look. It's got some good weather coming up here over the next couple of days. Some sunny days, so it's going to be looking good for those.
And of course, Superado here saying, what are all those different colored coil hoses with sprayers mounted on the walls of the wash bay? Admittedly, we don't use them as often as we should.
Yeah, so this is actually on its own chemical system that we have here, a Detail Plus setup, Keith Duplessis set up for us, and these can be filled with chemicals and we can use them here within the wash bay. So over inside there we have like bead maker, we have some O&R, we have some other things over there that are connected to them, and we even have compressed air. But the tough part about having hoses in here, and especially shooting videos, you guys don't know what the heck they are. So if we're shooting a video and we're spraying stuff, they go, what's that, right? It's much more visual when we have a bottle in our hand of a product that people can see. So while this is very nice on a professional level, it's not great so much from like a video level, especially if you guys are trying to follow along.
Yeah. Very helpful. And this one is for Adam from EC Details, saying, Adam, what are your top 5 detailing products you suggest for someone starting out as a new detailer?
From the Adams line.
Go
from
for
the
it,
Adams
man.
line.
From the Adams line.
This is the Rad Company show. I hate to. I'll be real quick.
No,
we're sharing.
Tire and rubber cleaner, right?
Tire and rubber cleaner is number 1.
Okay, we'll throw that in there.
Tire and rubber cleaner number 1. Clean engines, clean tires, clean anything rubber. If you have wax in your plastic, that's what you use. Take it off. Oxidation off of plastic. Tire and rubber cleaner. Yeah, that's probably a top product.
It's amazing stuff. Yeah.
Then I'd say our detail spray. It's really universal. We use it as a drying aid today. You use it as a touch-up between things like that. Our interior detailer. If you want to give a customer a really great finish for an interior, no shine, it just makes it darker, makes it satin, makes it matte. There's 5 different flavors to come from. So, and then I think our ceramic spray coating. The ceramic spray coating we have the graphene ceramic spray coating. Yeah. It's the easy button for ceramic coating. And then the applicators, the big applicators that come with it, kind of like the applicator that you just used on the tires. It's that style applicator. That's critical. Yep. And then I wouldn't say any towels, that's for sure. I would say then the other easy button for
you have good soaps, you have good wheel cleaners, right? I mean,
the wheel cleaner is really hard to beat too. Our wheel cleaner and then our wheel and tire cleaner. That's I'm going to tie those for 5th.
I would say the wheel and tire cleaner is great, and a lot of people have always compared that to P&S Brake Buster and said, hey, those two are fantastic, right, neck and neck in terms of products go, and I think that's true. I mean, they're awesome for both of that. So I'd say probably start there and see what happens.
All right, and then the very last one, this one's just more of like educating someone because they're wondering. We've run into this before, people thinking they can use coatings on maybe different substrates they're not really meant for. So do you use a special glass coating or just use the paint coating on glass?
I think it depends. It depends on what the coating, depends on what the chemical makeup of the coating is, because there are certain coatings that are meant for glass more so than paint, but I mean there's also certain coatings that you can throw right over the glass like paint, and it's not an issue at all whatsoever.
I find that the ceramic coatings that we use for the paint work really well on all the side glass.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, the windshield is a different animal because with the friction of the wipers, you need to have something that's a little bit more specific.
Yep.
And with the friction of the wipers, what that'll do is it'll give you that the lines. You'll know exactly where your wipers stop and start, because that coating will wear down right at that point. So glass coatings, I would say, is well worth it, especially for your windshield. And especially, it's probably one of the most safe and important products to driving in inclement weather. If you're driving in a climate that's rainy or you get snow and ice, coating your glass is really important.
Agreed.
All right, and that pretty much rounds us out on that front for questions. So
sweet, we're done. Okay.
Nobody had anything spicier to say about my theory on time versus years versus miles. I'm sure someone had to have something spicy to say.
Oh, believe me, I got some spicy ones. If you want a couple spicy ones, I got them there. It was mostly actually just kind of like some pointed questions. So let me go ahead and pull those up if you're curious. I can get
that paradigm shift is abrasive to some people, because if you are a detailer and you are selling a multi-year coating, and I'm here telling you, and maybe if one of your customers is listening, your coating's not going to last years, or if it does, it's going to look scratchy. That's going to be, people are going to receive that poorly. But I'm asking for the overall market to take a shift in how we determine longevity of a coating, and shift it from just some number of years, like magically that things disappear, to use, exposure, miles, washing and drying. So anyway,
there's got to be like a measurable there, right? Like basically you have like customer like take a quiz, right? They say, here, fill out this chart, right?
Yeah.
This will tell you how long your coating will last.
That's a great
based
idea.
on this is algorithm that you've plugged in, right? Like basically, hey, how long will this coating last? Well, answer these questions for me. And they answer and they go, well, this coating says it's only going to last 6 months based on what I do, right? Well, do you want to change what you do, right? Do you want to change the way you wash? Do you want to change the way you drive? Do you want to change where you live,
or
right?
Just throw another coat of another coating on your car every 4 or 5 months, because it takes you 30. Well, it's going to take me 34 minutes. Like, perfect.
Maybe
that's great.
That's what I need. That's how I'm going to get rich, Adam. I'm going to come up. I'm going to meet up with somebody that's going to help me create this essentially this template of questionnaire, right?
Yeah.
Of how long will my coating last? It's a full thing of series of questions, and it'll give you an actual number. That's what I need to do. Okay.
Anthony's ceramic coating durability.com.
So this is Anthony went off on a tangent. This is what I was trying to get out there, was basically Eddie asking a very valid question, because obviously when you preach one thing and then you have on your site, maybe it says you have different year coatings, there's a bit of a battle, because you got a big company you're dealing with, that kind of thing. There's more to it than just one person's opinion.
Yeah,
that's fair, and I think it is. And again, the system of measurement is in years. The system of measurement, in my opinion, needs to be shifted, because the system of measurement is not accurate. It doesn't take into consideration what you're doing with your car. It just thinks that your car is somehow going to be protected for a multitude of years. And I think, yes, we are guilty. Adams Polishes is guilty of using that system of measurement. I think our entire industry is using that same type of measurement, and I think we need a new yardstick.
Okay, very fair enough.
All right. And then, of course, EC saying Dane for president because I've dared to ask. But anyway, we got Justin saying, asking for the spicy questions. I like this guy and his product, so shout out Adam. Thank you for joining us. Lastly here, Adams and the Rag Company, we need more of this type of content. Thank you, the Detail Rag.
Thank you very much. All right, guys. Well, Adam, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us and having fun. The car looks awesome. It's going to look great for the upcoming weather. Hopefully, we get some sun for at least several days. Obviously, you guys can check out Adams Polishes at adamspolishes.com. You check out all the products. We used several of the products here today. You can check out on their website everything else that we use. You can pick up at theragcompany.com. And really, we appreciate you hanging out. We have TRCMA coming up a little over a month away, so we're going to be doing some more test runs and live videos kind of like this in preparation for that. So please make sure to join along, add some comments, tell your friends about it so they can learn some tips and tricks along the way, or they can just enjoy relaxing and watching some detailing content. So I think, Dane, am I kicking it to you or am I ending it here?
You can just end it, man. We're all good.
All right. So as always, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, make sure to give us a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more, and stay tuned for more lives right here at the Rag Company. Thanks.
Right on, brother.